Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Toga Motorsport event. We are back for the Porsche Cup, round 2 of 3 here at Barcelona in sunny Spain. Granted, the temperatures aren't as high as they could be for Barcelona. I'm sure the drivers are very glad of that. Yeah, as I say, number 2 of 3. Yeah, so round 2 of 3. Thankfully, still got a solid enough grid for tonight. Cool. So, with me tonight, Zeta is with me tonight. I'm not sure if she is back yet. Went to grab a drink a moment ago. Doesn't seem to be, but we'll be here when she's back, obviously. Chat away. Oh, 1 second. Cool, yeah, as I say, Barcelona round 2. Into short qualifying. Hang on, I've just been told my audio is very bad. Let me see if it's any better.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello. There we go. Sorry, I had not selected the right input device on something, and it wasn't coming through.
I've just been told my audio is hella weird.
Oh, fantastic. It sounds fine this end, but...
Thanks Reese. Gotta sort it. He just DM'd me, was just like, your audio is weird. Yeah, I fixed it. No, welcome in for this fun Porsche Cup race. What's your take on Porsche Cups?
Well, it's Porsche. It does Porsche things.
Yeah. I love the 992 Porsche Cup though, that's a different beast altogether. I don't think I've ever really driven them other than to sort of mess around in. Other than that, I've just sort of stayed away from them. I like my traction control, thank you.
Yeah. They are very, very good for a sprint format. Not entirely sure they are all that competitive for more long-form races. So,
yeah,
30-minute race that we've got tonight shouldn't be an issue.
Absolutely. Last week, Old Bart was good fun. Quite the different track as well. Now go from a really tight, narrow, twisty track to a very open GP circuit. It's going to be fun for them. And the track temps are going to be interesting to try and keep those rear tires somewhat cool. As Luke's going for his best Tokyo Drift impression.
Indeed. The first few times have been rolling in. Current provisional pole sitter is Steiner on the with a 1:45.857. Fastest second and third sectors. Second is Blankenberg with a 46.267.
Yeah. Steiner was last week's winner as well. He won by quite a considerable margin, actually. So expecting him to do just as well. He'll be fighting for the top of the grid as he's just setting up to start another lap. As having a look, Hanak is currently 3/10 up on his time. He seems to also be in the hunt for pole position. That Porsche is all over the place though. So I imagine that's everyone's Porsche, not just his.
Yeah, I think that's...
Oh, that was... Who was that?
That was tight. I feel like there may have been some lifting going on, because does jump, but only just.
Who was that?
Goes into second with 46.102 for that one. Just running down through the rest of the runners and riders. Obviously, that drops Blankenberg into second. Wilson in the car for 20 currently sits in fourth with a 1:46.7, followed by Vernon. I'm going to hope that I pronounced that right. 46.827. Holzer 46.875. So absolutely nothing between those two. Craddock 47.63. 367. I will read that the right way around. I'm going to go with Merrick because I have no idea how to pronounce your surname and I do apologise. 48260. Elaranta, with a brilliant team name there, Flaming Tires. That's very appropriate.
Yeah.
48505. Nikki, for Nick 17 Racing. 49930. And currently in 11th for the last car to have pulled a legal lap. 53145 for Victor Lido.
Yeah. Finley O'Reilly's in the pits. I'm assuming doing a last to first attempt. Good luck, Finley. If you're not getting that thing backwards in a wall by the end of lap 1.
Yeah, they are unforgiving cars. Honestly, I think it's both a very, very good thing and a bit mean that the junior drivers are the ones that end up driving these things.
Well, yeah, you got trial by fire and all that.
Oh, yeah. These are obviously, is it? I want to say British touring cars that they are one of the support races for, as well as I think British GT.
Pretty sure British GT's won.
They always used to be British touring cars, but I can't remember exactly. There are Porsche Cup, insert any, basically any country with multiple racetracks. Across the world, there's the US, there's Europe, there's Asia, there's most of the major regions of the world have got their own series. Like I say, there's Carrera Cup GB, which runs these, along with things like the Ginetta Juniors, which are actually now part of the British GT SRO stuff.
Yeah.
Touring cars, because more drivers went from Ginettas to that.
No, just wants Luke to invalidate his last lap. That's his qualifying over. So
Oops.
he needs to just pray that nobody beats him because he's currently sitting P4.
Well, there's nobody ahead of him that's going to set anything on fire. Hannock is on a non-legal lap.
Wiesenberg is on a
Steiner's just
really
pulled
good.
like 2 seconds. Oh no, they've crossed the line. I've just looked at the other screen with the race on, and that's told me where they are on track.
Wiesenberg's going to gain 6/10. It's going to put him P7. Excellent lap.
Blankenberg is currently potentially gonna challenge Hannock for second. Um, 2/10 up is Holzer, which could almost 3/10 up. That could quite easily overhaul. Beautifully done. Just a slight four-wheel drift through, coming into this last sector of the lap, up over the curb. Doesn't invalidate it. Is 3/10 up. Can they get a good exit?
It's going to be just enough.
They have. This is going to be tight.
P3.
They do. They jump Blankenberg for third on the grid, as long with Wilson, and up into third with a 46.147.
It's a great lap. No, Blankenberg is 2. Yeah.
Hannock's just crossed the line. Elantra is rather spectacularly coming through the last corner there, and invalidating that lap.
Nice.
And that rounds out qualifying for our top 50 or 15 cars that we have out there tonight.
Indeed. Lovely stuff. It says there's 17. What? Hang on. Why does it say there's 17?
Because I think people joined and then left and then joined again. Because there's 2 numbers for a couple of different cars, yeah. Vernon
these are different.
is entered under 2 numbers.
No, that's a different person. There's R and A. Oh, they're not here anymore. They've clearly joined the server and left again. Oh, well.
Fair enough.
Lovely stuff. Cool. Right, now, my god, my poor editing skills. Gonna do a little track walk. Gonna stay in Mac's idea as usual, every week. Right, do you want to do it?
I can run you down if you want to try and fly.
Yep.
Steiner...
Starting from the back. Sorry, I meant to say.
Starting from the back. So we have O'Reilly, Lucia, Valido, McGonigal, Marek, Elantro, Elantra, McGonagall, Wiesenberg, Craddock, Vernon, Wilson, Blankenberg, Holzer, Hannock, and Steiner are your 15 drivers.
Lovely. A lovely little crowd shot there. Look at that. Look at my editing skills. Nobody hired
I
me as an
haven't even
editor.
got the I haven't even got the stream up. I just have the timing and scoring up,
No,
and the race.
I
So
just have the
I can't see any of this.
I just have the streams up to make sure that they're actually going.
Yeah, I have got them. I did check that earlier just so I could grab the chat and what have you from them.
Yeah,
So yeah,
lovely stuff. We're
lovely
just
stuff. Gonna be, I mean, 15 cars. I mean, technically you only need two for a race. There's certainly gonna be some battles as we go through this. Not the easiest of tracks. Turn 3 is going to be absolutely savage on these cars.
yeah. The rear tires on these are going to be cooked by the end of lap 4 or lap 4, turn 4. My word.
I mean, probably. So
Uh, yeah, it's gonna be. These cars are interesting. I drive the 992 quite a lot, and it's hard. It's interesting enough to drive as it is. Never mind these things. I've yet to drive them properly, so I'm. If there's coverage for the commentary, I may join the last round just for the lulls, but we'll see. Um,
yeah, probably make that happen. We're functioning again properly for the first time in far too long.
yeah, no,
So
I've been so busy with work and a few other things. I've been dialing down the amount I've been doing in terms of racing. Uh,
yeah, we've fingers crossed we've got over the last of whatever the bugs and stuff we've had recently, which has thoroughly knocked us back.
yeah,
So
no, nothing worse than being ill.
ugh.
Right, as we are setting off for formation lap, or should be.
But you should be very shortly. The timer has ticked down. There we go. Everybody is starting to make their way around for this formation lap. There is O'Reilly is in the pits, so evidently aiming to start from the pits. Whether that's intentional or not, I will never know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't actually know if he's racing or not. Ba, 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 ba. He's still, yeah, he's in the pits, so he's missed the window to.
That was who's that in third? Holzer having quite the moment through turn 1 before they've even started the race.
Trying to get the tires nice and warm, maybe a bit early for
Yeah,
that.
this is one of those cars that doesn't have tyre warmers, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. Maybe, possibly, I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, I'd take that as a bit of an advantage and try not to get too much heat into them because, yeah, they're going to get really hot really quickly.
Yeah. Those rear tires will be on fire.
Yeah.
Before
They
then.
really will be. It's quite interesting seeing all these cars go out there because you can see how much rake these cars have got.
Yeah.
You jump down next to them, they are properly nose down, arse up.
Yeah, they really are. And for this, there is no mandatory pit stop. I know we had a bit of a issue last week where it was accidentally set as mandatory stop. I believe it's not set this time.
There is nothing on the timing screen, so
Yeah,
it should just be 30 minutes of flat out hope for the best.
exactly.
And try
That's
and
it.
hang on to these cars.
Yeah, exactly. So it should just be 30-minute. Gun it. Hope for the best. See what happens. Yeah, and I believe we aren't doing live stewarding. I don't see anyone in the stewards room anyway, so.
There's more than 10 cars, so I presume they're going to be. Hello, Manch. Evening to you.
Good evening, Mank. How's it going? Alright. Let's come up with the turn. I think that's turn 9, 10. I can never remember. Oh.
The one at the bottom of the hill that's been completely rebuilt recently.
Yeah.
I say recently. All they've done is they've just moved the lines, because the hairpin that they now use is the other side of the Catalunya sign.
Yeah.
Which I didn't have a problem with that hairpin. I have more of an issue with the very end of this lap. This last little bit of pre-90 degree corners is just it feels really pointless, especially in big GT cars, because it's just Mickey Mouse. It's
Yeah.
just follow your leader, and there's nothing you can really do through that. And then if you woe betide being a backmarker through that.
Yeah. As we're lining up 2 by 2 for the start, trundling down the pit straight. As
Indeed.
we await to go green, we will be going green any moment now.
Couple of cars a little out of position, but nothing too major. Should all be clear.
And we're green. Let's go. Steiner and Hannah getting Hannah getting such a good run off the line. He's actually not quite ahead, but he's side by side. Going into the braking zone, he's going to take P1 immediately off Steiner there. That is incredible stuff. And, is that Holzer?
That was Holzer. Didn't entirely see what happened there, but Holzer is going backwards along with Craddock.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a quick skim back and see what happened there. I think Holzer just got collected in the middle of that. Got the tail out and I think got collected by a couple of cars.
Let's see. So Holzer's coming into the corner. Does he get tapped or does he light the rears? Oh, he gets tapped.
He gets a slight tap from which one's that black car? I didn't entirely see.
I think it's Blankenberg.
Yeah, that would make sense for where they started. Yeah, I think they get slight tap on the rear corner from Blankenberg, and then, well, our Porsche's going to do what Porsches do when they get that kind of tag, and that is a car backwards. That was Victor Lido there in the, having a bit of a spin. Nick and Lucia there, also getting tangled up in that one and losing a bit of time. So all in all, not so bad for Holzer there, getting a bit caught up with all of that. Hasn't dropped back quite as far as you might have expected, but one make cars, it's any time lost is always tricky to gain back.
Yeah, as Hanek and Steiner have just drove off into the distance, they're already 2.5 seconds clear of Blankenberg and Wilson in P3 and 4. They're both just running they're running very close to each other. As there's a three-way battle down the pit straight. Schittel is under fire from both the McGonigal brothers. They're gonna go either side of him. It's 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, that is brave.
Loses out to one of them, doesn't lose out to the other.
Oh, a little bit of door banging as well there, but one gets through.
Brings it up, but this has brought Craddock into the mix well and truly in this battle as well. Those three slowed each other up so much. Craddock, who was over a second back going into turn 1, is now right on the back of Marek there in the 525 car with the 691 and the 916.
Yeah, the McGonigal brothers both got him there within 3 corners. That was great. Brave driving from the pair of them.
Indeed. So I'm sure they will be looking to make as many gains through the field as they can.
Yes, there's the gap from the front two to the third and fourth there. 2.8 seconds currently.
Almost 3 seconds up by the just over halfway through lap 2, sorry.
Yeah. That is quite the gap to make already, but I suppose that sort of holes are being collected and stuff, let them run away a little bit.
Yeah, there was a bit of a schmozzle further back, and that, I think, just gave him a bit of a break. We've got McGonigal, Werner and Alontra are nose to tail for 5th and 6th. Vernon just catching up and running up behind Alontra there on the way through the last sector. Runs very deep and very wide into the first corner. Gathers it up, but does lose a little bit of time. Now Vernon is looking for the outside line through turn 3. That's not going to work.
It's going to go to the
gets a wiggle.
Is he going to get?
And they run up the inside.
As they're going to go side by side into the braking zone for 4. Oh, but Vernon goes...
Vernon just goes a bit too deep, locks the rears, gets it sideways. Hasn't managed to gather it up at all, and is now getting munched by the first of the McGonigal brothers. as well, and will now have the second of those two on their tail very quickly indeed.
Evening race. Oh yeah, you're right about World Tour's the only one that's been live steered. Yeah, that move into T1 was nuts. I've only just seen that. Keep an eye on what's been going on. Steiner he's getting a bit close. Maybe a bit closer for comfort than Hannock would like. Can't quite pull away. Is just got that Porsche for company right up behind him. There's about 4 tenths in it, 4 to 5 tenths in it. Keeps sort of banding between 4 and 5.
Indeed, as we've got Wilson and Blankenberg that are about, they're a couple of seconds, 2.5 seconds back up the road, but the gap is about the same between those two as well.
Yep.
Vernon on the first of the McGonigal brothers is starting to get under a bit of fire from Vernon there, coming down to the pit straight. Who's going to be brave on the brakes? We've seen Vernon go deep on the brakes already in the last lap, trying to catch up to Elantra there.
Looks like
Can't manage to make anything work there, but he's going to put as much pressure as they can on to do that. Looks like the second of the McGonigal brothers has tail dropped back under fire now from Marek and Craddock. Both of those
hang on.
3.
Wilson's go for a move. Oh, he tries to switch back at turn 5 there on Blankenberg. He's getting a little bit impatient now. Look, he has set the fastest lap of the race. Looks to be the fastest man on track at the moment. He's just can't get his nose in there to try and make a move, but you can see him almost pushing that other car, or Blankenberg, along. As McGonigal's off at turn 6 and 7.
Let's see what happened there.
Jordan's off, and Vernon has got past the other McGonigal brother. There's quite a lot happening at once here.
Jordan got a little bit of a wiggle through the middle of the corner and just ended up running wide trying to gather it up.
Yeah, Luke's actually dropped back a couple of tenths now after being so close to Blankenberg. He clearly has the pace, he just needs that little bit extra to find that one move. If he can find it, he can he'll go for it if he can get it. As he set another fastest lap. Oh no. Not quite a fastest lap, but I think it's race control being race control as per usual.
Yeah, it was about half a second slower that lap than the previous one, being right up against the back of.
As Vernon's
Vernon now has got past Elantra now. Didn't quite see how that one started, but has now got past and is getting clear well and truly there. And it looks like the Troy McGonigal is going to be hot on the tail of that Flaming Tires car very shortly.
Yeah. As Luke seems to have the legs in the first half of the lap against Blankenberg. He's closed right back up again. As Steiner he's fallen back a couple of tenths to Hanak. Maybe he's just trying to preserve tires, so they'll last longer, but he's lost a couple of tenths there. As Luke's still going after Blankenberg. 2 tenths behind him. He's putting the nose out to maybe think about it, but he's going to just fall in behind. He just needs one really good corner exit. Oh, and I say that, and he goes sideways. As Wiesenberg is going down the inside of Craddock as well, down to turn 9, but Craddock's going to try and switch it back. And it looks like he's going to... Oh, they're going side by side. Little bit of door banging, nothing serious. Oh, that was a good move by Wiesenberg. A little bit of door banging, but got the move done in the end. Took him a few more corners than he would have liked. Lovely stuff.
Indeed, as just towards the back of them is the recovering McGonigal. Wiesenberg is going to now be hot on the tails, trying to make that gap down to Marek there in the 525 car. green and pink one.
Oh, as Luke Wilson might have a move up into turn 4 here. Not quite. He tried to make a good run out of the corner, but just couldn't get it done. Oh, he's given a love tap to him. He's
Goes back out of it. Doesn't take an advantage from the little bump and run there.
Yeah, good sportsmanship from Luke.
Indeed, you can see how much faster he is, but just cannot.
Oh, that is
quite make it happen.
That was a diving half by. Oh, McGonigal. Oh, that's not a good move from Eloranta there. McGonigal dived down the inside of turn 5, and Eloranta just tapped the back of him, spun him round. That's unfortunate. That was a great move as well. Yeah, we do not have live steering tonight, but I believe, as always, it's all report based, so reporting after the race.
Craddock. Wiesenberg has not managed to drop Craddock. Craddock is all over the back of that car. All over the 33 there. Trying to get it, get in the mirrors, get them to make a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, really trying to, as well as look how close Wilson is to Blankenberg coming down the pit straight now. He really needs to hope this slipstream is going to help him, because he's been stuck there, and he's clearly trying his best to make a move. Is he going to be close enough this time? He's going to pull out. Oh, he backs out of it there. As
Does get covered off, but forces Blankenberg to go very deep. Can Wilson hold this round the outside? Wilson held the line.
Oh.
Blankenberg half comes back across. Who's got the cut back on the exit? Blankenberg's going to be tight on the exit coming out here. Who's got the drive? Going into turn 4. Blankenberg again goes deep, but manages to cover off the cutback from Wilson. Very nicely done. Little bit of contact, but nothing major came of it.
Yeah, these two are driving immensely right now, just really trying to push each other's buttons. Just looks like Blankenberg has the defense on Luke at this moment in time. Both being excellent drivers, though. I will expect Luke will not give this up until the checker flag. Just look how close he is. He's nearly pushing him around that corner once again. He's maybe thinking about a move, and he's not. He's gonna just back out.
Not quite, but he is forcing Blankenberg to be very defensive.
Yeah.
And actually, it's causing both of them to be very slow. Just because Blankenberg is having to be so defensive. Very, very few times have we seen that car in the braking zone where they want to put that car. We saw him going into turn 1, getting very deep, very wide across the apex there as well.
The problem is there's no power advantage. Oh, as Blankenberg is pitting?
Not sure that's needed.
It is not.
Don't know if they may have caused themselves a puncture.
No pit requirements, and there's no pit requirements on race control or in game.
Well,
that is a pit stop of their own volition.
Indeed.
Oh, that gives Luke free rein to run away in P3.
Indeed, he's got 10 seconds to make up in 16 minutes 45 to make up that 10.3 second gap.
He really needs Steiner to start battling Hanak to slow them both down, but this looks like Hanak has the legs.
It looks like they have disconnected.
Oh.
I don't know if that was they realised they made a mistake or they just weren't happy with what was going on. Not sure.
As Eloranta runs wide and lets Marek by, and he's also going to let Wiesenberg come up the inside into the chicane of 6 and 7. Oh, they nearly touch. But Wiesenberg gets that move done. That's a brilliant move. As that's now Eloranta dropped 2 places now, but he's not giving it up. Look how close they are on corner exit. This is good racing. He's going to dive down the inside. That's an interesting choice.
Makes it stick though.
Oh my! Oh, that didn't look particularly well controlled though, in my opinion.
They've held the place, they've kept it going. No contact was made.
Just about.
But that has put Craddock Now right on the back of Wiesenberg.
That's an excellent shot of the last chicane of Barcelona. Just see all the cars filtering around it. Oh, as El Ranto goes very wide into the gravel, that's going to slow him right down. That's some very aggressive weaving.
Indeed.
Needs to be careful he doesn't do it excessively.
For sure, this has got Wiesenberg up alongside. Both go very deep on the brakes.
Very nicely done by Wiesenberg.
Indeed. Elantra a little bit out of shape, puts Craddock on the inside through turn 2, but can't make anything stick into turn 3. What drive and draft have they got coming out of turn 3 into turn 4?
Looks like Wiesenberg's going to hold the place there. Craddock is right on the bumper of El Ranto. Hey, welcome in, Ollie! And I agree with Reese, this has been a brilliant race so far.
Indeed, it really has.
Hang on a moment, there may be a charge for the lead here. Steiner's closed half a second in the last lap or two.
Ooh! Has Steiner just chilled out a little bit, cooled their tyres down? I say that, they get a bit of a slide on coming through there. Coming into this last complex here. And yeah, that's going to be something.
Also, they both get a big slide at the last corner. Gonna have to keep an eye on that, but they are pulling away from Luke. He's not catching them at the moment.
No, I think Luke may have cooked his tyres.
I wouldn't be surprised. Fighting Blankenberg that much probably has cooked them completely.
Yeah, because that will be both fronts and rears that would have been screaming by the end of that.
Oh yeah, 100%. As El Ranto has Craddock and Jordan McGonigal for company. Both coming down the pit straight. Craddock is really closing in. Must have got a much better exit out of the last corner, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move. Not quite. Is just going to filter in behind by this time, pick off his moment.
Indeed. It looks like Alaranta is a bit of a cork in the bottle there, as Wiesenberg has pulled out to the tune of almost a second now to these cars behind, and these two are definitely starting to look for ways past.
It looks like El Ranto is struggling a little bit. Either cooked tires or not used to the lack of TC. Because I know I would be in the same boat. I like having TC. It means I don't spin into the wall.
Yeah. We've been discovering that one very much today. Oddly enough, playing with a Mustang, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Mustang is a fun car to drive. I've been driving the Boatley, and I was driving it at Laguna Seca on Sunday. That was a lot. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, Steiner is just falling back again to...
Wiesenberg has managed to run up the road and catch up with Marek.
Yeah, Wiesenberg...
And is now inside a half a second, with Marek coming into this last section. So evidently has still got something left in that car with 11 minutes 50 to go in this race. That car's clearly still got a lot of pace in it.
Yeah, Wiesenberg has had that car dialed in from the start. He's been cutting through cars to make up places. He's been doing a great job. Where did he start actually? He started P8, so he must have been caught up in something at the start, and he's just been.
Yeah, I think he got caught up a little bit in one of the incidents that was at the start, and then has dragged their way back through it.
There's actually 2 positions higher than they were.
Yeah, Steiner has dropped back to the tune of 1.5 seconds from Hannock. Still sitting about almost 12 seconds ahead of Wilson in third, so
yeah,
unless something major happens, it looks like Wilson being 8 seconds ahead of Vernon looks pretty safe there, but Steiner is doing their best to try and close that gap to Hannock, but I'm not sure they've got quite the go in that car.
Wiesenberg is right on the back of Chattel now, coming through the right-hander of turn 8, I think. Right on the back of him. He's going to pull out. He's going to think about a send. Just files in behind. The problem is when you're an equal machinery like this, I should tell you it's a massive slide, and that's going to drop. That's going to give the position to Wiesenberg.
That was the pressure that Wiesenberg was putting on.
That's what happened.
Did what they needed to do, and it's got the position.
That's the mental game for you.
Indeed.
One thing I've noticed, Finley hasn't come out of the pits. I think Finley's...
No, Finley hasn't. Finley has not been scored as turning a single lap.
I think Finley forgot he was racing. Either that, or he had to go do something, or he was called away for something else.
Indeed.
Which is entirely possible.
The Elantra McGonigal Craddock battle is still going on. It's just strung out a touch, as they're all at about half a second gaps. As Craddock in the middle of that battle gets a big slide through turn 1. Can McGonigal do anything about that? Apparently not quite. Can't quite capitalise on the slide there.
Yeah, I think at this point everyone's tyres will be screaming, so it's going to get harder and harder and harder to drive.
Oh yeah.
As it just looks like Craddock is currently biding his time at the moment, waiting to see if there's going to be a moment where he can pick off El Ranta. At the moment, not quite there, but still 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, that gap's ebbing and flowing. I'd be more concerned for Craddock if McGonigal gets any kind of sniff at anything. With that slide at the beginning of the lap, it's opened that gap up quite a bit. As McGonigal gets a big slide out of the corner at the top of the course there, and that puts McGonigal way out back on this battle. So that is not what they wanted to see, but it's what's happened. Holzer is doing their best to recover and get any points they can from this down in 12th.
What did I miss, Reese? I didn't miss getting on the podium. The guy ahead of him pitted. For some strange reason.
Yeah. Blankenberg just bailed for the pits and then disconnected.
Did I miss something else? I don't think I did. Bruh. Oh, hang on, Craddock's got a really good run now. Look at this. He's gonna pull out. Is he gonna sand it? He's gonna have a look. They're gonna go side by side.
I was in that.
Oh, that's Craddock.
Overcooked it on the way in.
Craddock down. He's able to keep going, but he's lost two positions in that process.
2 positions. He's dropped back down behind both McGonagals now, which leaves Jordan McGonigal on the in the hunt for 7th from Elantra. There.
Yeah, Reese, I didn't miss anything. Yeah, he was fighting Blankenberg and then he just pit it out of nowhere. They were battled for 5-6 laps and then just he pit it and disconnected. Yeah, as now it's getting to the point where everyone's starting to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, I think everybody's just started to get to the point where the tyres are just screaming a little too much, and it's conserve and make sure you've still got enough to make it to the end. We might see something from other people who've still got something left.
Yeah, the one thing I'm going to be looking at is Steiner. Last lap was 3/10 faster, so I'm wondering has he saved his tyres enough to try and make a last 3 to 4 lap charge on Hannock. I'm not too sure because Hannock has been rapid.
Hannock has been fantastically consistent. Has taken fastest lap with a 46.117. Their last lap by was a 47.157. So barely over a second between their last lap and their fastest lap. McGonigal now. Craddock has got past Troy McGonigal. Not sure what happened there.
I think he probably overcooked it at turn 1.
Indeed, but Jordan is on the back of Elantra now, waiting for that gap to come down as it was doing so, and Jordan now occupying the mirrors of that car.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Reese, he just came into the pits. I was completely perplexed. The battle was incredible and then just over like that. But, oh well. A great battle nonetheless. Oh, hang on, Jordan's got maybe a potential run here as Elantra has to go. He's going so defensive, parking that Porsche on the apex to try and hold off Jordan. Doing a decent job so far. Always getting a bit of a slide on through that right-hander.
Sorry, it was just being a little bit nosy at the Discord to see if there was any reason for that pit, but doesn't seem to be anything. But yeah, McGonigal, Jordan is right on the tail. Really good exit there. Right under the rear wing. Have they got enough of a toe to drag up behind Elantra? Can Elantra defend reasonably enough? Goes out wide. McGonigal up the inside. Who's got what? Elantra holds it out wide. They've got the inside for the next corner, but cannot hold it, cannot get the power down.
Brilliant
And
move.
that is McGonigal through. Very well done. Honestly, that felt more like a when than an if, but looks like they've got a good run through that through turn 3. They're going to try anything up the inside into 4. No, not quite. That looks like that is done, and McGonigal will be on their way up road.
Yeah, that was a brave move and a very well executed one as well at that. As it looks like McGonigal's starting to pull away already. Seems to have a bit more, have that car a bit more dialed in. Oh, I say that, he has a little bit of a slide through the chicane. Nothing too serious though. Is able to hold it still.
Back at the front, Steiner is nibbling into the lead. I don't think, unless something major happens this lap, I don't think Steiner's got enough to catch and pass Hannock, as the gap is still hovering around the second marker.
Yeah, as this is the penultimate lap, so if
Elantra goes for a move through the chicane at the end of the lap, tries to go up the inside into there, but doesn't quite make it happen. Does have the toe coming down this long pit straight. Elantra all over the back of Jordan there. Gets up alongside, has got the drive alongside. Jordan on the inside now into turn 1. Who's going to take the brave pills and run it in deep? Ooh. Don't think there was any contact until the very end of that. That has let Craddock through there. So Elantra hasn't actually gained a place, but Craddock has gained 2 in all of that.
Yeah, and more importantly, Troy McGonigal has got a position as well.
There will be some words there between those two.
Just an unfortunate slide there, just cooking the car a bit much.
Yeah, tries to go in deep on the inside and just overcooks what the rears can manage. A little bit too hot, a little bit too much for the car to manage, and that is Elantra now chasing down Craddock.
Yep, there you go. And there's
the leader starts the final lap.
Yep, just about to say. That was the voice to say the final lap had started. Hey Dex, welcome in. Thanks for fixing the server.
I mean, these things are wherever it was going to be, wherever it was wrong would have been brilliant.
I think it was set to Zandvoort accidentally.
Yeah, that would have been quite fun to watch.
I think it's because the World Tour's on Zandvoort on Friday.
Sharing servers.
Just the average blame Hayden moment.
Yeah. As that is this Craddock Elantra battle coming through to start their last lap Car 77 Hannock is out in the lead well and truly, and is coming around to the top of the course. That long sweeping right-hander as they drop down into this tight left hairpin at the bottom of the hill. It looks like Steiner has settled back and just making sure they've still got something left in the tyres just to get to the end of the race. That gap has gone out to 1.8 seconds now. In all of that, though, they have still managed to pull a gap on Wilson to the tune of 18 seconds.
Yeah.
As the leader is now coming through the final couple of corners, up over that big yellow sausage curb, through the last corner and onto the pit straight.
And that is P1 for Hannock. Excellent race. P2 for Steiner, coming across 2 seconds back. Excellent racing the pair of them. Absolutely clinical. Oh, I was about to say clinical from Luke as well for P3, but he's just drifting through the final sector as is the Luke Wilson way. Look at this.
That is a driver just having fun at this point because they have a big enough gap to the car behind.
Yep, having a drift through the final sector. Lovely stuff. Luke takes P3. Raf takes P4. Wiesenberg is coming round the final corners now to take the last of the top 5 slots. What a battle from him back through the field. Marek Chattel, P6. Craddock looks like he's going to fend off Eloranta as well for P7. Eloranta P8, and the two McGonagall brothers going to round out the top 10. Troy beating Jordan out on this occasion. Oh, Jordan nearly bins it in the last corner. Excellent stuff from everyone. The last couple of cars across the line, of course, are Lucci and unfortunately Holzer, who was caught up in the starting incident, got tagged by, I think it was Blankenberg, at the first couple of corners. Unfortunate, nothing he could do about that, but it is what it is.
Just a quick update from Wilson from chat. Completely stuffed tyre pressures and had stone cold fronts and 28.5 pound in the rears.
Nice. That's what you want. Excellent stuff. What a drive. Some of those drives were incredible. You wouldn't think they were driving a car without traction control the way they were driving that.
Indeed, they really were absolutely flying with those machines tonight.
Lovely little short race for everyone on a Tuesday night.
Indeed.
We will open up for maybe one or two little chats if anyone wants to come along. Don't think we had any last week, so give it a couple of minutes and we'll see if anyone wants to come and say hello. Yeah, to be fair, I would be at the back of the grid.
I don't think we've actually. Where is the race next week?
Suzuka.
Oh, that's going to be a fun one. That's another tyre burner, well and truly.
Hanak, GG, excellent win by you. Absolutely did it perfectly.
Yeah, just got out there, got into the lead, and then just managed that gap all the way through the race. So very well done there. Well done to Steiner for just hanging in there and keeping that gap honest, because it didn't really get too far out until the last couple of laps where it started eking out to about almost 2 seconds. Well, across the line 2 seconds between them there. But yeah, very well done. Shame about Blankenberg.
Yeah.
7 laps in, just decided to pit and didn't see them again.
Maybe had to leave. You know, something real life maybe had to sort out. You know, you never know.
Indeed, I hope all is well.
Yeah. Real life does take precedent over virtual racing.
Indeed it does. Porsche Cup has 0 suspension, so on the bump, Suzuka will cause death. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, it will. Yeah, no, good P3. Look, it was a good battle between you and Blankenberg up until he left. But yeah, it looks like we're not going to get anyone to coming to join us, so we're just going to call it there. So, yeah, great race, excellent stuff. Lovely bit of battling going on there. Um, yeah, nothing more really from me. Anything from you, Zeta?
No, very well done to everybody for staying alive, if nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. The Porsche Cup will conclude with Suzuka next Tuesday night. Same time, same place. It might be me. I might actually be racing, depending on what happens. Who knows?
Go on,
Um,
we shouldn't. Was it Tuesday?
yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll be around.
yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to commit to it yet, but we'll see. Um, and then we'll be back on Friday for the World Tour finale at Zandvoort, which I will be racing in because I missed half the World Tour. um, I will be racing at Zandvoort on Friday. I'm not sure who will be commentating, but it'll be fun as
I
always.
am not, because I'm not actually anywhere near my computer that day.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure who it will be, but it'll be good. So we'll catch us in the next stream then, and the Porsche Cup finale will be next week as well. So be sure to come along watching all that good stuff. So we'll catch you later. Good
No,
night.
no.